I just surrender to Krishna. They weren't even thinking about surrendering to Krishna. They were just thinking about making money honestly. I said, the Vaishyas, they should earn an honest living with real wealth, not phony wealth. Real wealth comes from the land and the water and the animals. You should be earning genuine wealth, and then you should be giving that in love to God. So they were just worried about earning genuine wealth. How will I live? One of them actually said, well, if I can't cheat the rich people, how will I live? She said that to me. Because they can, put that on a plaque for your clients. We cheat rich people. Come invest with us. They were all asking. Right? So they're even afraid to be on the platform of Karmakanda. They want to be Vikarmis. If I'm in Karmakanda, how will I live? How will I get my necessities? And the person on the platform of Karmakanda, they're thinking, if I go to Jnana Karma, if I'm absorbed in Brahman, in the truth, how will I live? How will I get my necessities? So first we have to understand who we are. I'm a soul. I don't have anything to do with this body or this mind. I was just reading in 15th chapter of Prabhupada saying the main source of our material entanglement is the mind. Always talking about something inconsequential. You're so great, you're so terrible, this thing is important, you have to do this, what about this, what about this? Always distracting you from your main goal. It's like if you're working on something around a little baby and you don't want the baby to get into it, you keep giving them distractions. This toy over here, this toy over here, this over here, this book over there, right? You keep moving them away from what you're doing and giving them some distractions. That's the mind's business. We're trying to go to Krishna and the mind says, oh, look at this over here. What about this over here? Look at this pretty thing. Jingle, 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 come on. So I'm not this mind. Mind is just a machine. So I'm not the body, I'm not the mind. And not only am I not, but what am I? I'm someone who's in love with Krishna. Whether I'm in love with Krishna as my Atmaja, or in love with Krishna as my friend, or I'm in love with Krishna as my master, or as my husband, or as my lover, or whatever I'm in love with Krishna as. I'm someone who's in love with Krishna. That's who I am. And if I have that, I have everything. Why? Because Krishna is everything. He is everything. I love the conversation with Rukmini where Krishna tells Rukmini he's poor. And Rukmini says, well, you could say you're poor because you don't own anything. But the reason you don't own anything is that you are everything. And how can you be said to own yourself? Therefore, it can be said you don't own anything. So Krishna is everything. Or if I have a loving relationship with Krishna, everything is included. It's not that when you have a loving relationship with Krishna, you don't have any knowledge, or you don't have any security, you don't have any autonomy, you don't have any peace, no. Those are automatically included. You don't need to look for them separately. You don't need to look for them separately. They're there. And they're there in perfection. Whereas when I look for them separately, they're not there in perfection. We don't find perfect security by making an arrangement for our body in this world, do we? Do you ever feel perfectly secure with your arrangement for your bodily protection? You ever get to a point where you're like, okay, now I'm totally safe. Never happens. What about this? What about this? What about when I get old? What about if I get sick? What about if they throw me out of the ashram? What about if I get fired from my job? Whatever. Always anxiety. What if there's a war? What if there's a volcano? What if the economy collapses? And here I am in London, late. I have to go to Soho Square and start farming. You never feel okay. You never with knowledge. You never feel okay. Now I have enough knowledge. I don't know. Maybe you guys don't have that problem. I have that problem. I never feel I have enough knowledge. What about this thing? I don't know about that. And the more you study, the more you realize that you don't know anything. It's kind of odd. You become a so-called expert in the field, and it's like, I don't really know anything about this. You can't keep up with everything. Devotees who are professionals sometimes ask me that. how can I read the Shastra and keep up with my field? You know, keep up with your field. One devotee, I doctor in Mumbai, said this. She said, to keep up with my field, I'd have to read, 30, 40 hours a week. And even then, you can't keep up with everything. You never get to a point and say, okay, I know everything. Now I know everything. Or even, I know everything I need to know. It never gets there. It might be something I don't know. There definitely are things I don't know. And those things I don't know, they might cause me problems. Isn't it? I'm trying to make decisions in life. I'm making decisions all the time. And I don't have full knowledge. I'm making my decisions based on mostly ignorance. It's kind of scary. Know more about this, know more about this. My devotee who was thinking about getting married told me this. Said, well, we could do astrology, that's not 100%. We could talk to people, that's not 100%. We could talk to each other, that's not 100%. How will I know? We won't. So all of our arrangements for these things, they all fall short. Or happiness. Okay, I'm going to make sure I'm happy. I'm going to do some job that I like. I'm going to surround myself with good friends. I'm going to get enough exercise. I'm going to eat organic food. Whatever. And it's always short. But when you love Krishna, it's there unlimitedly. All these things are there unlimitedly. So much so that you don't care about the lesser things at all. Just a minute. Who cares about